Glorified Toaster.
Hello YouTube, how's it going? Aye, you might have noticed that the channel name has changed, that the channel art has changed. The reasons are many. I was going to say twofold, but there's probably more than 2 or 3 reasons. You might have noticed that recently my channel's got a bit schizophrenic, dealing with Transformers and streaming and Commodore 64 stuff. I've not fallen out of love with Transformers by any means. I still adore the toys I own and stuff, most of them. But the way collecting's going, it's kind of pissing on my fire. Pissing on my flames, if you want to say that. With all these exclusives and pre-orders selling out before they've even been released. I mean, that's the sort of definition of a pre-order. But you know, everything on pre-orders sold out on like Kapow and in demand. And if it's not pre-orders sold out, it's just exclusives that cost more than they're worth, really. Exclusives used to be a thing, like a wee sort of novelty toy, be it a sort of repaint or a main character into a sort of lesser known character. But now it's like the exclusives are all main cast line members, and I don't mind missing out on a Ironworks or a Slipstream or even some of the repainted Seekers. I don't mind, but when it's Ratchet or Ironhide, or even if it was a Prime, then I've got a problem with it. I'm starting to feel my collection, like the metaphor I used when describing it to my wife, I feel like I'm trying to play chess where I'm never going to own all the pieces. And that somewhat makes me bummed out. So there's that. But there's also my love of the Commodore 64 stuffs came back. I've been picking up a couple of CRT TVs and playing sort of retro games on the old style TVs. That woman that just passed there was staring at me. and I've really been enjoying that, much more so than I thought I would. So my passion for retro games came back. I really want to start streaming. The reason I did YouTube to begin with was because it looked fun, and I wanted to like join in with pals that were doing it and stuff. And I like when my pals watch it, like they'll send me pictures like on Facebook or whatever at night saying, "Oh, I'm just watching your latest video." And I want to make stuff that all my friends would enjoy, and I've kind of been wanting to step away from just the Transformers side of it. No step away, but you know, sort of tone it down a bit. Because while my friends do love Transformers, because come on, it's Transformers. A lot of them are into it like I am. So when they watch my videos, I don't think they really get as much out of it as maybe they would if it was just sort of content based on stuff we all liked. This is an off the cuff video, by the way, so I've no rehearsed what I'm saying. So if it makes little to no sense, that's because I've no, I'm just still coming from the top of my head. That's how I like to do YouTube, from the top of my head. Even my reviews and stuff, I never ever plan what I'm going to say ahead of time. I just go, oh, I want to review this toy, and I set the video camera up, and then that's me on my way. That's how I like YouTube, spontaneous and truthful, honest. No that there's anything wrong with, like, obviously, like, certainly pre-planning what you're going to say in your videos. It makes more sense in the long run, especially if you're trying to attract a bigger audience. But for me, I just want to do it to make folks smile, to make my friends laugh, and it's sort of like, it's a way, it's just a passion project all the time. Like, I love making a video based, like, a review of a toy that I like, and it kind of, I watch it back and I have fun and stuff. But with it, and I have been thinking about changing my sort of the identity of my channel, because I certainly haven't felt like a Transformer based channel for a while. Me personally, I've more felt like I just want to make about stuff that I want to do. So like, basically from now on, I will be doing Transformer stuff because I still will be buying them, but they won't be a main focus anymore, I don't think. Because the stuff this year has been really good, but because, like I said, because I kind of get a lot of it, I think what I'm going to do is I've packed up some of my collection. I'm keeping the cream of the crop in my man cave. That's not a metaphor for my bum, by the way. That's my actual room that I game in. So I can have like them displayed properly. Like right now, if you go into my games room, it's all like Transformers, all like shoved on shelves, and you can't see them properly because it's like you're crammed in an elevator and they're all like just standing. And so I want to box up the stuff that I maybe don't get as much pleasure out of as I do the more my favourite stuff. I'm going to set up displays, have my room looking kind of nice. And I think what I'm going to do is, me and the wife have got an eBay, but she said, look, why not set up your own eBay account, set it up to your savings account, and then on your own PayPal, or whatever, something like that, and then just sell stuff on, and then whatever money's in that account, you know, is yours for buying what you want. Because if it goes into our main account, I kind of, it feels like it's house money, and it should go towards bills and the kids and stuff, and you know, I feel guilty for spending it when it's stuff, you know, I've sold on stuff. I've done it before. I've sold stuff on with the intent of buying something, then it goes towards bills or whatever, or we'd go on a family day or something. And the wife, that annoys the wife, because she says, look, it's your hobby, it's your money, it should go towards things you enjoy. So I think I'm going to start selling off, and it's a hard thing to do because I look at a toy, I think I'll put them in a box and think, oh, I don't really like this toy that much. You know, I do like it, but maybe I've not looked at it in about 3 years, and it's at the back of the shelf. So I'll put it in the box, and when I go to sell it and take photos to put it on eBay, I get all panicky going, oh no, I like this, and I don't want to sell it. Even though I've never really got anything out of it in the past like 3 or 4 years, and it's a waste. I mean, there's someone out there that would appreciate that toy way more than I would. So I think, you know, I'm kind of stealing its purpose by keeping it like for not selfish reasons, but just I'm not getting rid of it for panicky sort of, ooh, what if I want this in the future reasons. And I've got to get it out of my head so I can start enjoying what I've got. But like I said, so this Transformer stuff, so I'm going to sell them, and I'm going to start buying things that I really want. Like, maybe like the way I work is I kind of don't set money aside for it. I just try and buy stuff when I've got spare money. But what I'm hoping to do now is build up a sort of a reserve of cash, where I'll go on eBay and I'll see like an Armada Unicron in perfect condition that I want. I'll be like, oh, order, fuck it. And I want to be that kind of collector now, and collect the stuff that I really want rather than just everything, which I do get joy out of everything, but I want to be like, I really want this, rather than, oh, that's cool, I'll play with this for a bit. There's also the streaming side. I want to start streaming more and more because I really enjoy it. It's really fun, especially when you get interactions and stuff. And while my channel started off as a gaming based channel, Retro Paul, and then it changed to Retro Prime when it was Transformers. I felt like having the name Prime and getting my channel got famous for its, or famous, it got, you know, I'm at 800 plus subscribers now, and that's because of the Transformer stuff, I think, mainly. But I wanted to sort of bring back the gaming aspect of it. I want to talk about my favourite SNES games and all this kind of stuff, just stuff that I think folk will find interesting. So that led me to think, right, the name Retro Prime. It started off as Retro Paul, and then when the Transformers stuff came up, I rebranded as Retro Prime. And while I do like that name, it's kind of like, if you're going to pick in gaming and Transformers, the two most cliched words that both gamers and Transformer fans would use, it's Retro and Prime. So you got retro dubs and retro rewind, which is Dave, and that's a fine name, I'm not taking the piss. But, and then you've got Prime versus Prime, so-and-so Prime, blah blah Prime. And it hit home when that bingo, Transformers Collector bingo, came up on Twitter recently, and it's like, bingo card for the cliches of a Transformer collector. So like, say you're not going to buy it, then you do, and you know, blah blah. And one of them was, you have the name Prime, you have the word Prime in your YouTube name, and I was like, oh, I'm a cliche. That uses no imagination. So I wanted to change the channel name to something a bit more unique. For the past like week, I've been playing my names, and nothing really stuck. It was all like, I tried. Oziotron was going to be one of them, and if you know me, you'll know why Ozio. King of Ozio was one of them. Nothing really seemed to stick. And then I thought, back in the day, one of my Yahoo chat names was Glorified Toaster. It comes from an episode of Voyager where I think it's 7 and 9 walks into Janeway's quarters, and she's sitting with like our replicated in bits, and she says the line, I think it's 7 and 9, it might be Chakotay, I'm not sure. And anyway, she goes in and Janeway's sitting there like pissing a bit with a disassembled replicator, and Janeway says the line, you know what, I called this thing a glorified toaster once and it's never forgiven me. And that line always stuck with me. It was my Yahoo chat name, and I loved it. But then once, I never used it again after that, I don't think. And it was always something that made me smile, glorified toaster. Because that can apply to a lot of things online at the moment. A lot of people who think they're something they're not. A lot of politicians who think they're something they're not. A lot of just even people you know who think they're something they're not. It's like they big themselves up to be more than they are. And sometimes I do that with my YouTube. So I thought, you know what, glorified toaster. Why no? It's funny, and it's just kind of quite unique. So there you go. That's the reason that my channel shall now be called Glorified Toaster, or Gloto. I might try and abbreviate it. So hey folks, welcome to my YouTube. It's Gloto here, or something like that. But I like Glorified Toaster, so I'm sticking with it. So what to expect for the future? More Transformer reviews, definitely. So if you've subscribed for my Transformer stuff, don't worry, it will be coming thick and fast. Streaming stuff, certainly. Streaming stuff with my daughter. She wants to start doing that, so I'll see how that goes. And I want to make sort of gaming-based content videos where I talk about my gaming history with friends, you know, like the kind of games I like what I get out of retro gaming, what I get out of modern gaming, and just that kind of stuff. I've got the windows up in the van because it's fucking sweating, but I'm next to a busy road. Yeah, so you will see some rebranding. It might get changed. I hope it doesn't, because I kind of like what I've went with so far. Please stick with it. I know it's an arse when people start changing stuff up on YouTube, but it's just going to be more of the same with sort of a general focus rather than being retro gaming or Transformers Prime. It's going to be just, you know, I'm Glorified Toaster. Just here's my video about whatever I want, and I hope that's okay. I've kind of worked fairly hard to get to 800. For someone who doesn't put pre-thought in my videos, I'm quite chuffed that I got to 800 plus subscribers, because I'm no sitting down week after week planning out videos, trying to make amazing opening scenes, and I'm doing loads of cuts and edits and adding sound effects. I just put my video on, talk about a toy I like, and then hope that you guys like the video, and it seems to have worked to a certain degree. I feel like for the effort I put into my channel, I've done better than I expected. and I do talk about quite sort of like unique things, or I have a unique perspective when it comes to Transformers and retro gaming, I think, in some ways, especially with being a Commodore 64 fan. That's not something you get a lot of on YouTube, or certainly the retro sites. Yeah, so there we go. Stick with me. Let me know what you think. Leave comments. It's what you'd like to see, or you know, give me some feedback on how my channel is if you've watched it more than once. And hopefully we can all get through this. Oh, I'll still be saying oosh, by the way, so oosh.